Greetings, everyone. Today we are back with another episode. Today we have an example of passion about speedcubbing, entrepreneurship, and public speaking. And moreover, he's three times Guinness Book of World Record as well for his speedcubbing skills. So let's welcome Sarvagya to the podcast.
Hello, Tejasvi. Thank you for having me.
So I would like to know about a brief introduction about yourself.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Sarvagya. I am a 20-year-old. I have 3 Guinness World Records for speedcubbing, which basically involves solving Rubik's cubes. Other than that, I am into entrepreneurship. I started my first venture when I was 16, which was an online platform which taught people how to solve Rubik's cubes. So I was able to leverage my hobby and create that into a business. And other than that, I'm into public speaking as well. So I regularly do events at schools, colleges, where I talk about my journey of breaking 3 Guinness World Records, the entire journey, the lessons I learned from that, and I've also given a TED talk. So this is a brief introduction about me. Yeah,
That's really great. It sounds very interesting. And how this passion came to you, like how you transformed your hobby into your choice.
Okay, so it was like a kid, we're all curious and we try a lot of new things. So similarly, I was trying as many things as I could. It used to be sports, origami, card magic, and then Rubik's cubes. So I got my first Rubik's cube when I was like 12 or 13, and then since then I got into it. I learned how to solve it, and then I was hooked. Like after learning how to solve it, I was like getting deeper and deeper into it, and then there came a point where I was hooked. Like I enjoyed the process, so I kept doing it more. Eventually, over the years, I got faster, and then eventually, after some time, I was able to break a few records, and that's how the journey has been going.
So, what challenges you faced, and what lessons you have learned from it?
Initially, the challenges I faced was like for the first 5 years of me cubing, I did not get any achievement, any record, or any small victory as well. I used to go to Rubik's Cube competitions. I never came close to winning, right? No one saw that hardship, the struggles, but I was in it because I was having fun and not because I wanted to win. So that was something which no one sees. Now that I'm at a point where I'm quite good at it and I have a few records, people think, oh, he's so lucky, but no one saw all that work I had to go through and like parts of my journey where I felt like I wasn't good enough. I was facing self-doubt. I was thinking if I should quit. So that's something I learned. I also learned that as long as you're having fun, it's important to have fun because then you'll be more interested in doing something rather than just doing it for the sake of improvement, right?
Exactly.
And good things take time. Like if you start something, you could expect yourself to get good at it today only, but obviously if you like keep doing things, persistence, the cube taught me persistence, like slowly but steadily we will see ourselves making results if we're persistent at anything, right?
And what is the 3 records that you got, and what is the history of those 3?
Okay, the 3 records I had, the first one was fastest time to solve the Rubik's Cube while hula hooping. The record time I broke in 2019. So the record time at that time was 15.75 seconds.
Okay.
And my second record was fastest time to solve the Rubik's Cube on a bicycle. That record time I had was 12.90 seconds. And the third record I broke was fastest time to solve the pyramids, which is another type of Rubik's Cube. It's in the shape of a pyramid while hula hooping. So that record was 5.78 seconds. So these are the 3 records.
Okay. So that's really great. And what are the side hustles that you used to do other than this?
The side hustle, like I was as a kid, I was very curious. Still, I'm very curious. I'm just 20, so I'm just learning.
Okay.
I like to put my hands in as many places as I can. So I mentioned I started my first venture, which was basically me teaching people how to solve Rubik's cubes, right? So initially, it started off as a summer project where I was like, in the summer vacations, I'll teach people around me how to solve the Rubik's cube. I did that, and then that was somewhat successful. I was able to teach a lot of people how to solve the Rubik's cube, and then I saw that okay, I could like do this with more people. So I then started growing it. I made a quick website on Wix. That time I didn't know how to code, so I made a website on Wix, and then I grew that to a point where, as a kid, I was making good money for myself. So that was the side hustle I was involved in. Other than that, I used to do other things like I was into logo designing and stuff. So I've tried a lot of things. After my school, I've done many internships. So these are the side hustles I have going on right now.
Okay. So what's the next plan?
my next plan is right now I am not aware of my next plan. So I'm into entrepreneurship, so I'm working on my second company right now. I'm looking to build that, so that's something I am doing. So that is, I want to grow that, and down the line, I want to like break one or two more records till five, and then I think
Oh,
that's. I mean, I don't like to say that's it, but that's my next goal for the near future. And after that, we don't know where the future may lead us. So I'm just open to whatever comes my way.
this is great. And what is
Right.
the one success tip that you want to give to the audience?
One success tip that I want to give is like you'll have a lot of people who will like say things about you when you're just practicing or you don't get any success, but and they'll be quick to call you names. Like I was called a nerd, I was called other things as well. But these are going to be the first people who are going to be messaging you when you really make it. So and don't be bothered by what people have to say, because if it brings you happiness, I mean that's what really matters. Like even if I'm not winning, if it makes me happy, that's a win in my
Exactly.
eyes. I'm not getting any success, but at least I'm happy. So in my eyes, that's a victory. So that's what as long as you have fun, try as many things as you can. So that's a success tip what I would like to share with the audience.
That's great. And initially solving Rubik's Cube, what you have understood about it and what lessons you have learned in spite of problem solving, it seemed you challenging. What are those things that you have understood, which brought
Okay,
change in your life?
right. The first lesson the Rubik's Cube taught me was that good things take time. Like
Okay.
you have to give time to things, and then over the years, when you put in the work, you will get the results. Right? Nothing comes to you for free. You have to put in the
Yes.
hard work. And the thing with results is that your efforts compound over a time. It's not like you may not be seeing the results right now, but over a time they will compound and you will see the results. Another thing, because Rubik's Cube, like I used to be very introverted.
Hmm.
I was scared to even talk to people. But when I was into Rubik's Cubes, I used to go to Rubik's Cube competitions, talk with people around me. So that helped me come out of my shell as a kid. Now I'm at a point where I could go speak in front of thousands, hundreds of people. But at a young Sarvagya, he couldn't even speak to someone who wasn't his friend. So the Rubik's
Exactly.
Cube helped me be extroverted and like the stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet. So, and like if you see, everyone has their own story to tell. So that's what the Rubik's Cube taught me. It also taught me the lessons of failures. Like I've got many failures in my life. Everyone just sees the successes, my records, my talks and stuff, but no one knows the work I had to go through. So failing is equally important too, because failing only when you'll fail, you'll understand what winning really feels like. So these are
Exactly.
the few lessons I've got from the Rubik's Cube.
It's really great connecting over to you and getting to know more about you, how you started and what you want to do actually. So we are
Yes.
waiting for you to achieve much more, many more milestones ahead in your life and in your career as well. So thank you again for connecting over the podcast.
Okay, thank you so much.